Hello, everyone. Welcome to Records and Rants, the only show where you get a neat combination of music discussion and two guys complaining, I guess. But today on the records front, we'll be discussing all of you Jimmy Buffett fans and how the whole thing's a big fugazi. And then later, Snapchat Plus. Good, bad, we'll see, I guess. And to help me through all of this is the other host of the show, Dixon. How are you?
Wow, Ice, as the other host, I feel really honored that there's no co-host or prefix there. My goodness.
There's no co-host. There's no rank and file here. It's just we're both the hosts. That's just how it works. It's 50-50.
I like that. I like that we can just evolve the show into two guys complaining about stuff.
Yeah, I didn't know what I was. I actually typed something up here for that. I don't know if you could tell for this intro, but I messed up after I said a unique combination of music discussion, and then I trailed off. I forgot to end the sentence, so I had to fill that in on the fly there. Yeah,
I love it. That's awesome.
Oh, good stuff. So how are you doing today? What's going on with you?
So far, so good. No major complaints. It's middle of the week, as we often do our show, so it's good. It's always look forward to this day.
Yeah, no, this is a great day. I look forward to it as well. I'm really excited to get into this topic that you brought up. I don't know if you guys watched the show last week, all 20 of you. We
wow.
Actually, it might be 10. It might be 10.
Really expanding our reach.
Well, let's see here. I think on our last show, wow, we got 10 views last time. That's actually pretty big.
It's actually big for us, definitely.
Yeah, no, for sure. Good average view duration. I like it a lot. But yeah, at the end of the show, we talked about this Jimmy Buffett thing, and Dixon, honestly, I didn't expect you to come out of nowhere with this. I thought you were a huge Jimmy Buffett fan.
Well, that's what makes this so difficult, and it's not that it's a difficult topic, but it's just the idea that, and I am a Jimmy Buffett fan, is that Jimmy Buffett is just the ultimate sellout.
Yeah,
and you know,
no, we don't have to get into it right away if you don't want to. I'm sorry if I cut you off on anything.
I'm ready.
Okay, yeah, great, okay.
Ready to tee off. Yeah,
I'm just really curious about this, honestly.
So I guess what I'll start is I've been a Buffett fan for years. I've seen him a few times in concert. I own probably, 50 or 60 Jimmy Buffett / Margaritaville themed T-shirts, and it's he's out there, And what was great about Jimmy Buffett? So Jimmy Buffett started out as just an unknown kind of country folk singer. He had like some pretty raunchy and pretty bare bones stuff back in the day.
Now he wasn't considered this like island country, right?
No,
then?
He was more of he did some country stuff. He did some folk stuff. He always envisioned himself as a folk musician, in the ranks of like James Taylor, things like that. I guess easy listening kind of deal.
Okay.
And he has some good songs. I mean, some good songs back in the day. There's some real unknown songs like A Mile High in Denver, things like that, which are kind of bare bones. Now, I wouldn't say I'm listening to them in the radio, on the car, but I listen along while you hear them.
Okay.
And good.
No, I was gonna say, like, I don't know about any of his earlier songs. I mean, because
isn't that interesting?
No. What I was gonna say, what I do know is, and I know you're gonna bust my balls on this. I know you are, Dixon, but the one song that I do like by him is "A Pirate Looks at 40" when he sang that together with Dave Matthews. I thought that was fantastic.
Oh, fantastic!
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic.
It's a good rendition, and I do really like that song. But I mean, like, I would say I'm a Jimmy Buffett fan, but yeah, I'm gonna have to check out these older ones that you're talking about.
Yeah, there's a song, a white sport coat and a pink crustacean. Those are some of his early stuff.
Wow. That seems a little seafaring. I don't know. Is that when he was getting into his island stuff, or was he?
Yes,
did he always kind of have like a coastal vibe, or was it like even within the lyrics? You know what I mean?
Right. So he had right. And there's another album, Havana Daydreamin'. But so what he was kind of like I said, really just a bare bones folk singer. Went and he moved to Key West and starts playing in bars. He's busking, as they say.
Yep. I love that word.
So at this, right, absolutely.
Yeah.
So at this time you have, I like that word. That's why I wanted to throw it in there.
Yeah.
So at this time you have him. He's kind of starting to develop the island / drunken parrot persona.
Mm-hmm.
And I at that time, Key West is still very much an artistic town. It's under the radar. You don't have a ton of cruise ships going there, but regardless, there's a market there to be had. Hemingway had a place in Key West.
So it
Key
was
West
like
is
it was like smaller. It was like a smaller like tourist area
right,
kind of thing that you because
right.
like it's super built up now.
That's what I've heard. Have you been there?
Yeah, I haven't, but I know some people who have gone there, but there. I feel like there's no beaches there. I think someone told me that.
I've heard the beaches are like man made or something, or like it's like more
Yes.
rockish or something. I don't know.
Yes. Something weird, but
Yeah.
sorry. Continue.
So yeah, so I think at this point, Jimmy Buffett realizes, hey, there's some cash to be made if you're dabbling in the island trade.
Of course.
And yeah, so he goes into Margaritaville, releases a song in Margaritaville, and he'll tell you that it's a lousy song. He never anticipated it to be a hit or a thing or even like a mention. And it's really a lousy song. Blew out my flip flop. What is this? What is this? What does this phrase even mean to you? It's just a lousy. It's a lousy song.
Yeah, no, it kind of is, but I feel like the lousiness goes along with like the chill, almost like kick back, I don't care kind of vibe to it. But
Right.
but I mean,
Right.
I would agree with you though. It is lousy. Like there's nothing really to it.
Absolutely, 100%.
That's
And
that's
so
funny though. Sorry, I was just gonna say that's funny
no,
though
yeah,
that he admits that. I didn't know that.
yeah. So it's like it never was intended to be this big thing. So, but now they changed it around that it's this island thing with these steel drums and people yell out salt after my lost shaker of salt. Now Jimmy Buffett has a lot of great songs.
Right.
Yeah, it's a lot. Pirate Looks at 40 is an awesome song. Son of a Sailor, which I one of my all time favorite songs, where I think directly applies to me as a person in this
Wow.
world. Son of a Sailor. Yeah, some really good stuff that has that island vibe. But in reality, Jimmy Buffett kind of evolved into this songwriter, poet, if you will, to this island lifestyle guy. So he's selling you on this island lifestyle, right?
Yeah.
And basically, you could sum up all this stuff, things like a pirate looks at 40 and um, changes in latitudes, changes in attitudes, these kind of things that you kind of want to get out of that modern society, that rush, that corporate life, and seek out the beach, seek out that one particular harbor, if you will, another good one.
Oh,
Um,
I felt like you were tossing these. This is great.
and kind of just like leave it all behind and live the island life without having the boss breathing down your neck and that kind of thing, right?
Yeah, yeah. So it seems to me, but from what I'm getting from this, it's almost like he made Margaritaville as a joke. Like, hey, I'm down here. Like, I'm gonna do some kind of island thing to like get a crowd going because this is my audience, this is my market. And then it got
Mhm.
popular, and then he's like, oh shit, I could keep this is my persona now. I could make money off this. And
Right.
then so he just
So
adopted that. Yeah.
yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. So meanwhile, as he's selling you this lifestyle of kind of unplugging, and he's still kind of relatively under the radar. I mean,
Hmm.
he's still writing his songs and he's doing his thing. He's still living in Key West, but then all of a sudden, you start seeing Margaritaville restaurants, right?
Yes.
And the
Yeah.
Margaritaville shirts and clothes and hats, right?
Yeah, he made it into
And
like
then
this big thing.
yeah, right. And then you have the Margaritaville restaurant shirt, and then you have the short-lived Cheeseburger in Paradise restaurant chain. And then you had the Margaritaville frozen foods, the
Hmm.
Margaritaville lifestyle featuring blenders and home goods, and then he has
Yeah,
the Margaritaville frozen food.
it's a brand. It's a friggin'
Yeah,
brand now. Yeah.
right. So and then he gets it. So then he has like cocktail mixes and different. No, he has spirits, and now they have Jimmy Buffett hotels, a 55 plus or retirement community in Florida.
Yep. Yep.
And now they're building this major Margaritaville casino deal in Pennsylvania.
I know. I saw that. Isn't that ridiculous?
It's
Who?
absolutely. So
Yeah.
yeah,
It's just like spreading all around. It's just like
yeah.
why would you put that in Pennsylvania other than for money? Like he is selling out. Like who wants an island paradise in Pennsylvania?
It's amazing. And you know what it is? It's attracting. From what I understand, it's in the area the Pocono Mountains, which is a huge tourist area of people.
Oh yeah.
Philadelphia, New York, New Jersey, that kind of thing. You drive through the turnpike in that state, and it's just all New York and New Jersey plates. So you're going to have people that are coming there because this is evidently a rustic thing, supposed to be rustic, and they're at this major $1 billion resort. So while he's selling you on the unplugged island lifestyle, he's there taking your money, laughing about it, and then shoving it in your face. He's the biggest corporate sellout of all time.
That is unbelievable. I never really thought about that, because he has this whole island vibe of like when you think of the man, when you picture him through his songs, it's like, oh, he's just like a beach bum. He's just chilling on the beach.
Right.
That's what he loves, or whatever. But he's like a corporate entity almost.
Yes. Yeah, he's like a corporate plant.
Yeah, he's a suit.
He's the biggest suit of all time. Meanwhile, he's telling you to go to the beach. Don't go to your job. Go to the beach. And then he has these concert tours. He has these concert tours that they sell out. He hits the same hot spots. I mean, I like to go see him. But I looked at his tour this year, and it's really like lousy dates, like just weird places he's going. But yeah. So literally, he's taking money, and he has like one of those songs. Like he has a song that he plays, and I forget which one it is in concert. But it'll be like they'll show like his plane. He's into planes and stuff, and he has his pilot license and all this kind of thing. And I think he lives up in New England now, or maybe in California. I don't know. But
so he
has a phrase like, "Oh, I'm still spending your money foolishly," which is obvious. Go ahead.
Wait, no, sorry. What does he say? Yeah. I'm still spending your money. What?
I'm still spending your money foolishly, because like he's like a big kid, basically, he hasn't grown up.
Oh my god, this is unbelievable!
Oh my god,
that's almost like rubbing it in your face, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and it's like it's easy to buy into it, because I'm like it's awesome. But then you think about it, it's like, oh my god, not only there's if I go to a Margaritaville restaurant, there's one of probably 50 in the world or whatever. I can then go to the Margaritaville 55 plus retirement community, and God knows what the rent is or the buy-in is to get to that place. I mean, I can't even imagine it.
That is something else. It's got to be absolutely insane. But
yeah.
But like I said, the brand is established now, and you want to live that lifestyle that you think Jimmy Buffett lives, which is as I said at the beginning, a total fugazi, however you say it. That's exactly what it is.
And you want to think about like guys like Jack Johnson, right? So Jack Johnson has that real coastal vibe, low key, but he's not like in your face selling out. He doesn't have Jack Johnson's Soul Cafe or something. You know what I mean?
Yes, yeah.
I used to be really into surfing, and there's a surfer, Rob Machado, and he was like sponsored by Hurley. He won all kinds of championships, and now he's what you call a soul surfer, which means he surfs purely for his own enjoyment, his own benefit, his own progress. Doesn't have sponsorships, doesn't compete, just kind of does his thing. And when you think about living the quote island lifestyle, you think about something like that. Somebody who's really committed to this. Now, I don't know if I'd recommend that lifestyle for everybody.
No, I mean, no, I probably wouldn't recommend it at all. But if that's what he wants to do, that's what he wants to do. But that's what you picture though when you think of someone like that. Right, someone who's living this island lifestyle. They live for the coast. They live for the beach. They live for surfing. Whatever it is. Yeah.
Right. So you had Buffett, who was this singer-songwriter poet, evolved into a drunken pirate, and now he's the ultimate CEO of all time.
That really is incredible, because I never like, I know there's all this Margaritaville stuff, but I never sat back and thought about it until you just brought it up. It's like he's got like a veil over him.
Yeah. And you get like the Margaritaville stuff at Sam's Club. They have it like it's become a thing. And there's this company down that's based in Key West. It's called Back to the Island Society, and they advocate for like keeping Key West like a small tourist town, avoiding, they want to have cruise ships banned, because I guess these major cruise ships show up to Key West and they just park there.
Oh, they probably
who goes on. Yeah, who goes on cruises? These 1,600 people, 16 people families are like you're 75 years old.
Yeah,
sucking it all in.
Sucking it all in.
It's absolutely, and so they have like a line of clothes and apparel and stuff that's like the Margaritaville, the pre-Margaritaville era, but also kind of the island coastal vibe. Like they have a shirt that says 200 years too late, like the Pirate Looks at 40, and they have some pretty cool stuff. They have one shirt that just says Oysters and Beer, which is one of my favorite songs.
Oysters and Beer.
Tin Cup Chalice, which is a really great song. So Buffett has a lot of good songs. And what the thing is his catalog could stand alone as a catalog and as a songwriter with just his songs. But he's shoving down this Margaritaville stuff down your throat. It's just amazing. And you know what? I've evidently bought into it. Like I said, you could probably outfit your whole house and body
with all this stuff
Margaritaville.
and you probably could.
Yeah, but it's like, okay, whatever. And like I said, I'm a Buffett fan. I like him, but like, I don't know, man. He's just like this greedy old coot.
This greedy old. Now let me ask you this. So
Yeah.
we're saying all this stuff. We're ragging on Buffett here that
Yes.
he's like a business magnate.
Right.
He's like a business. He's just a businessman, pretty much.
Right.
Who could
Right.
friggin' sing, right? So,
Right.
but do you think he thought of this himself, or do you think he
Yeah.
had like his manager pushing him?
That's a really good question. That's a really good question. I think that I think Buffett's involved in a lot of stuff. I know. I think he's there saying, "Oh, we need frozen shrimp. We need Margaritaville frozen shrimp." Probably
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
You know.
But like, do you think he started saying like, oh, I'm gonna. But I don't know. Like if you truly live that island lifestyle that you're pushing, like
Then why would
I
I
feel like
want to? Yeah.
exactly. Be like, oh,
I
hey, do you
guess.
want to start Margaret? You want to start a chain? You'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? No, I
Yeah.
don't want to.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't
Yeah.
want to start
Exactly.
a restaurant chain and sell frozen food. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Nobody who really ascribes to the lifestyle he pushes would be into that, but he is. And so he
Yes.
definitely started the first Margaritaville restaurant. That was the whole thing. Margaritaville
Okay.
Cafe in Key West. You could
Mhm.
still go to it. It's a whole big thing. But then he's still involved in this thing, but they're still expanding. Regardless, he has to own the rights to something and have the licensing that is allowing these people to just sell out Margaritaville stuff like you wouldn't believe in every
Sure.
aspect of your life. You know,
Sure.
so who the heck
Absolutely.
knows?
I'm
It'll be interesting to
actually
see.
no. I'm
Go
actually
ahead.
going through all this stuff now on his on his website. He has a lot of Margaritavilles. Yeah, you could buy a cookbook too.
Yeah, cookbook exactly. Yeah, and then and the other thing too is you throw in the mix is that his sister has a restaurant chain and stuff and products and everything else. And it was just a major lawsuit. The reason why I was thinking about this is that there was actually a major lawsuit that her I guess her name I don't know what her name Lucy Buffett I think it is.
Okay.
She wasn't paying out wages to people that were working, or she was asking them to work overtime without paying. Now, of course, this could be at the restaurant operations level, but evidently they took it to the corporate level and decided that there was big enough reason to have a lawsuit. And it sounds like her and her company lost.
Now, how did she lose that?
I guess they were saying that probably rightful. What is it? What is the phrase? Um,
Oh, it's on
Something
the
like that. She was
yeah.
at fault.
Okay,
At fault at the corporate umbrella, evidently, instead of just at the individual level.
I got you. Okay, I mean it. I guess that makes sense.
I guess I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just I'm sorry. I'm actually kind of stunned because just now I looked up all of his Margaritaville stuff. There's Margaritaville
Yeah,
restaurants. There's Landshark Bar and
right.
Grill, Air
Land Shark.
Margaritaville.
Yes,
Yes.
I forgot about
Yeah,
Land
we
Shark.
totally forgot
Yeah,
about Landshark
yeah,
too.
yeah.
I mean, like, come on. What's
Land Shark beer. Yeah, they have Land Shark beer. They have Land Shark Cafe, whatever it is.
and 5 o'clock somewhere bar. He also has that.
Oh
And
my
I,
god.
I really hate to say it, but
Yeah,
me and my fiance actually did go to one of these places. I think it was
yeah.
a Landshark Bar and Grill. I mean, we had a blast. Like, it was really
Oh yeah,
fun there.
absolutely.
But
Yeah,
like,
it's fun.
yeah,
Absolutely, 100%.
yeah, no, it's a fantastic time. But he is making an ungodly amount of money.
It's
Do you
amazing.
know how much money? Do you know how much his net worth is, Jimmy Buffett?
The last thing I saw was 2017. It was like $900 million.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Oh yeah, that's what it says. As of 2017, 900 million. So, who God only knows how much money he has now. Jimmy Buffett is one of the world's richest musicians in
And
history.
you
It says.
see this. This is something we forgot. He also writes books. He has books that he writes.
Oh my God,
Jimmy
this is
Buffett in
crazy.
Margaritaville can take over every aspect of your entertainment life. And he's been in movies too. He was in Jurassic Park. You see that the new the one of the
Really?
more recent Jurassic Parks. Yeah,
Oh yeah, he had a
yeah,
cameo. He had a cameo. Yeah, there was a
yeah, right,
Margaritaville
yeah.
bar in there. What's
Yeah, in Jurassic Park. In the new
Oh my
so
God.
literally, Jimmy Buffett could literally influence every aspect of your life, from the things you wear to the food you eat to the entertainment you consume. Every single aspect of your life can be managed. The home how it's outfitted.
This
And
is
he's telling you
incredible.
to unplug and go to the beach
Yeah.
and be your own person. He has a song, "Living My Life Like a Song." Really, Jimmy Buffett, are you really living
Really?
your life like a song? What's the song? A cash register over and over
Wow.
again? Is that is that what the song is?
Oh my God.
Amazing,
This is
incredible.
incredible. You really blew the lid off this. This is actually incredible. I did not know. I don't know how much Jimmy Buffett influenced my life and how much I was buying of
Yeah,
his
exactly,
shit
right.
constantly.
Yeah, exactly. You don't really, and my parents have one of the blenders that he has.
He has a
They're
blender.
like
He sells
five.
blenders.
Yeah, he has frozen concoction makers.
Oh my god,
Several models that go along with the Margaritaville spirits and the Margaritaville cocktail mixes you can buy and
this is
put in the Margaritaville thing
this is
with your
incredible.
Margaritaville glass, I'm sure.
Of
And
course.
they're like $500. And so they
What?
occasionally go on sale, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll get one. But I didn't. I'm thinking, wow, think about this. I'm seeking out a blender purely for the fact that I have the only frame of reference I have is that it's made by a company that claims to be endorsed by Margaritaville.
Made by James Buffett.
Yeah, unbelievable.
This is something else. I honestly, I'm gonna have to take a seat after the show. I'm just
Are,
like,
are you
I'm,
standing?
nah, I'm sitting down now.
Okay, continue sitting.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna roll on the ground after this. This is a lot. Because
Yes,
like
it is.
I mean, you just don't think about it. I was really floored when I saw his net worth. He might be the world's first billionaire musician.
Yeah, 100%.
That's crazy.
And
Wow.
the tickets aren't cheap, but they sell out, and then you go
Hmm.
there. And of course, you have the tour merchandise and stuff and everything else. It's just not. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah, this is something else. You got the resorts,
Yeah,
um, the dining, the cruise.
unbelievable.
You could. Oh my God, Margaritaville at sea.
Oh my God, this is going too far.
Okay, let's take it easy, Jimmy Buffett. Don't you own enough things?
And what's amazing to me is that they this I think what it sells you on is the fact that it's such an you go on vacation and maybe you go to a Margaritaville or you're at a beach or whatever, and there's
Hmm.
you always think about, oh, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, you have that phrase. What he did and what he did or what his marketing people did, obviously he's involved in this, is
Right.
that they sold you on the idea that your 9 to 5 in your daily life can be like a vacation if you just buy my blender, buy my books, wear my t-shirts, listen to my music, and everything's cool. You're still on vacation no matter what.
Yeah. Wow. I
They sold you
honestly,
on an endless vacation, endless summer, if you will. Beach Boys album, no big
when
deal.
you think about it like that, how the vast, I would say, nearly the world is
Yes,
like a 9 to 5 schlub. You're always
right,
working. You're
right,
stressed sometimes. You always want to go on vacation. So Jimmy Buffett
right.
comes out and says, "You like you just said, you could live this life. You could unplug. It's a constant vacation as long as."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
As
right.
long as you go on my Margaritaville cruise, you go to my resort, it's just like, and then you bathe in that island lifestyle, even though you're still working 9 to 5. You're not living on an island or anything. Wow, that's it's almost it's genius and it's almost evil at the same
Yes,
time.
yes, definitely sinister. But like
Yeah,
you
it's
said,
sinister
you
for
said it.
sure.
Yeah, you said it perfectly. It's like somebody who's supposed to be the songwriter, down to earth, down to the sand, if you will, since he's this beach guy. You
Hmm.
say, "Oh, yeah, let's open a restaurant chain." Like, what are you talking about? Are you insane? No
Exactly.
way. Yeah, no. Evidently, he's like, "All right, yeah, let's do it," and then do 55 million other things too.
Yeah, that doesn't.
I
I
don't.
don't
He
know.
doesn't even have to. He doesn't have to play a song again for the rest of his life, and it's over.
Yeah, why is he still doing
Yeah,
this? He's just
yeah,
addicted to the money.
exactly.
Well, you
Yeah,
know what?
exactly.
You know what I think it is, Dixon. He still has to be the
Yeah,
face of the brand. He still has to show that he's
right.
active. I guess you
Yeah,
know.
it's true. It's true.
So I
Yeah.
don't know.
And I am. I'm a fan of Buffett. I like Buffett's music, and there's times, I'll be in the office, I'll put it on, I'm thinking, boy, I could go for this, just chilling out. I'm thinking, well, what the hell?
Wow,
He's telling me
wow,
if I look at his lifestyle, he's telling me to do the exact opposite. I have to be a corporate sellout.
this is crazy.
You heard it here first. Believe it or else,
You
Jimmy
really
Buffett
you.
is a sellout.
I don't think anyone. I don't know if anyone's ever brought this up before. To be honest with you, it's actually pretty incredible. I love it. I absolutely love it. But you know what, Dixon? I hate to do this. I really do.
Okay.
But I
All
have
right.
to. I
Yes.
have to ask you this.
Yes.
So as on most of our shows, we listen to an album and then we
Yes.
review
Yes.
it.
Yes.
Would
Yes.
you be able to please
Yes.
give me a
Okay.
Jimmy Buffett album and I will listen to it? And I want to see if I could be. I want to see if I could be taken in. I want to see if I could be
Okay.
brainwashed into this Margaritaville lifestyle.
It'll have to be a greatest hit. It'll have to be like a greatest hits if you're
Oh,
gonna
okay,
get
okay.
brainwashed.
All
Yeah.
right. No. Let's. Okay. Yeah, maybe not the greatest. Unless you think that that's something I should listen to, or
I think
should I go back to like his earlier stuff, or like some chill? I feel like
changes
you
in
would know.
latitudes, changes in latitudes, changes in attitudes is a pretty good album.
Okay.
Um, That's a pretty good album. But I think if you should follow that up with, if you really want to get into the idea of perhaps you're sold on this lifestyle, I would listen to songs you know by heart.
Okay, songs you know
Wow,
by heart.
what a slap in the face that we already know as songs by heart.
Wow.
Let's see. I just thought about that right now.
I'm getting really sinister vibes. I really am. I really am.
Let's see. Wait. Let's see. Let me look at the track list real quick.
Here it is, right at the top.
And,
Cheeseburger in Paradise.
and this is actually a pretty good collection. Yeah, this is.
Oh, Pyrelix 40. Okay, yeah. I think
If
this
you
is gonna
know
be
these
good for me.
songs, though, if you know those songs, though, because I want you to hear, there's other songs. I'm going to submit you a hand curated playlist.
I like
in
that.
addition to,
Okay.
and then we'll go from there.
I will say this. I know almost all of side one. I'll say that.
Okay. There you go. Okay, gotcha.
Side
So that's
two, I do not.
okay. Gotcha.
But yeah.
Yeah, I'll send you a hand curated playlist to kind of get a vibe, and that's what I look for and enjoy about his music. Some of these things, some of these songs that might not be familiar with.
Perfect. Yeah. So okay, for the next show, then I'll make I won't put the album cover. I'll put like a picture of Jimmy Buffett and how much money he's worth, and I'm gonna put like a list of all the songs he gave me.
That's awesome.
That's
that sounds great.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
It's fantastic. I love it. That was great. That was fantastic. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of that segment.
Yeah, somebody had to take a stand, and I'm just glad.
Yeah, I'm glad he did. I'm glad he did.
Wonderful.
But
so what do you have for us now? Because it sounds like we're going to be leaving the beach.
Oh yeah.
And getting into some technology related updates. And your take on it.
Yeah, we're back to cold hard reality. Everyone's facing their phone. They can't get off it.
Of course.
And all these social media apps, they're all in your privacy, right? Well, Snapchat is taking it even a step further.
Oh boy!
Now I want you to hear this, but it might not be as bad as it sounds at first. Okay, now
okay,
you're just gonna have to hear me out on this. Now, have you heard of this Snapchat Plus that you could sign up for?
I have not heard about it until you mentioned it today.
Okay, I think it just dropped, as the kids say. So,
okay, gotcha. Because I haven't been on Snapchat in probably decades.
Now, I actually, it's kind of funny because I thought back to what Snapchat used to be, and I really want to talk about that because I find that pretty interesting compared to what people are freaking out about right now. But so here's a list of features. There's only 6 of them. I'll read through them quick. So there's Ghost Trails, Best Friends Forever, Storied Rewatch Indicator, Custom App Icons, that's whatever, Snapchat Badge, that's whatever, and then Friend Solar System. So the you don't have Snapchat, do you, Dixon?
No, I do not.
Okay. So a lot of these are kind of inconsequential to people who are worried about their privacy, right?
Right.
The one thing, Best Friends Forever, like, I don't know, you get streaks. I don't know if you remember this, Dixon, but you get streaks and someone's your best friend.
Yes.
Well, now you could just if you lose your streak, it's gone forever. But now with Plus, you could just say, oh, this is my best friend, and they're my number 1 forever. So you just throw them up there, okay?
Like forever.
Yes. Now, they're just like, it doesn't matter if you snap them every day. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, this sounds like the MySpace thing where you had the top 8.
It's reminiscent to that. It's almost like a callback to that, but it's just one singular person who you put on the top of your Snapchat friends list.
Not to totally cut you off, but I just forgot to mention that Jimmy Buffett also owns his own record label that releases all of his own music, Mailboat Records.
It's getting more sinister as we go. I can't even take this anymore. I really have to lay down after this.
So you can pin your top friend regardless of how often you snap them.
Yeah. Now, then there's this thing called Ghost Trails. Now, this is kind of where it starts getting a little weird, okay? Now, Ghost Trails is you could track where your friend has been. You know how you can look at a location?
Oh, my goodness.
Now you could look on there and see literally a trail to where they've been in the past 24 hours.
So, like, all the places they had been previously, you can see that.
Yes. So let's say I was in New York City and then I drove to like Boston or like even within the area, you could zoom in and you would see a yellow trail following me everywhere that I've been in the past 24 hours.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
Yeah, isn't that? It's kind of scary if you think about it.
So,
So
can I opt out of this?
now that's the thing. I feel like people jumped. I
Oh
feel
no!
there was a huge. Now this was blowing up, and I was very surprised to see that Snapchat's like,
Right,
oh yeah, you could just opt out of this. I don't know if they retroactively changed that after all the
right,
backlash,
right, right,
but
right.
you can opt out of it. But again, if you don't know this is going on, like I would argue, a lot of
Mhm.
people don't know their locations being shared. If you had some kind of
Right.
weird stalker, I mean, they
Yes.
could know where you go. They could see where you go. They could follow you. They could, oh, this is their path that they take on Monday and Wednesday on weekdays, whatever. That's kind of
Right.
creepy, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's the thing is, snap is such a used form of communication. You know, you hear that,
Mm-hmm.
oh, like, oh, what's your snap? What's your snap? This is what the kids say. It's so disposable. Like, people don't even think about probably what they're doing. But why would you want to be on this ghost trail thing? Why would I want anybody to see? Why would I opt into it?
I don't know. That's the thing.
That's
Why would you
amazing.
want to know? Why would you want to know where all of these people are at all times?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's
That's
kind of it's kind
strange.
of strange, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, man. Hmm.
Now, I want to go on to I want to go on to the last thing here, and this is going to bring me back. Actually, no, I have one more thing to talk about here before we get on to the very last thing that brings me back to old Snapchat.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
there's this. I just found this kind of funny because I know that people do this. Story rewatch indicator. So that shows you how many times someone has rewatched your Snapchat.
Oh, my
So now
God. That's
I
wild.
want you to think of I want you to think about how this could embarrass people really really bad
Yeah.
if they're just not aware.
Absolutely.
You know
100%.
what I mean? Like imagine you're hot on some girl and like she posts a Snapchat that you really
Right.
enjoy for one reason or another, and you're
Seeing
just sitting there
you know,
rewatching it over and over and over.
yeah, absolutely.
They're gonna see that
Absolutely.
you watched it like 50 times.
Well, speaking of the beach, it's beach season,
Yes,
bikinis,
yeah.
whatnot. Yes, yes. Okay, I can see how
Exactly.
this could cause some trouble.
Yes, you know exactly what I'm
Yeah,
talking about.
yeah. Oh
So,
my God, that's awful.
I know, and like these poor bastards who probably have no idea that this is happening. They're just
Yeah,
gonna be
exactly.
sitting there doing the same thing that they do every single day. But yeah, now you get a literal indication of how many times someone has watched your story. So I find that
And
pretty
I'm
funny.
assuming you can't opt out of that. That's just the thing.
Exactly. You're locked in. You cannot opt out of that. So whoever has Snapchat Plus will be able to see how many times, how frequently you've seen their story.
Now, it sounds like the plus thing. Do I have to subscribe to this, or this just becomes my main platform once it takes
No,
over?
no, like all things now, you have to subscribe to it. So it's $3.99 a month.
Oh God, that's
Yeah, I
amazing. I
know.
wonder how many people are going to sign up for that.
You know what, Dix and I bet a lot. I honestly do.
Yeah,
I, I,
yeah, I can
I
see it.
really, yeah. So
Amazing.
I know it's pretty crazy. So this last thing here, now, and I don't understand why people are freaking out about this. I feel like overall this wasn't that bad, but I would argue, and this is why I wanted to bring it up because these
Right.
young kids don't know how bad it used to be. Anyway, there's this thing, there's this thing called Friend Solar System.
Okay.
So it shows your closest friends, like in like a solar system, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'm with you. Oh,
but
man, I love it.
but I could see people getting into fights here because if they're not in your quote solar system, that means you're
Oh
best friends
God.
with someone, but they're not one of your best friends.
But what
So
if I am dating a person
and they don't end up in your
and
solar system or something.
your solar system, but
Eg-
some other random bees in my solar system?
exactly. So this is what causes some problems, and I believe that you could view other people's solar systems based
Oh
on
my
who.
gosh.
Now that's possible. I'm not entirely sure, but
Right.
to wrap this all up, I want to go back to what Snapchat used to be. Now, Dick, I know this started a lot of fights. I know it probably caused a shit ton of breakups. Do you remember back? You remember back in old Snapchat when you used to be able to see someone's like top 3 or top 5 friends?
Yeah.
Anyone
Yes,
you
correct.
any
Yeah.
it didn't matter who it was. I could look at
Yes.
your Snapchat and see, oh, Dixon messages Stacy whoever all the
Yeah,
time.
right.
Oh well, that's
Right.
weird because his girlfine is so and so. It's like
Yeah, exactly.
you know,
Yes, yes.
and then like
Absolutely.
yeah, and like it. Oh my god, it was so funny because back then you used to be able to know who was sleeping with who based on who their best friend was at the time on Snapchat.
Amazing. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
it was it was something else. But that was by default. So I'd argue that this Snapchat Plus isn't as bad as it used to be
No,
because
I think that's right. Yeah.
yeah, because like I said back then, you were an open book, but Snapchat was crazy back then because you're like, oh my god, this is like so cool,
Right.
you know. And so no one cared. No one cared that you could see like you were wearing like your heart on your sleeve, pretty much.
Exactly. Absolutely.
But
Oh my goodness.
yeah, I know. I just think it's pretty funny because I've been seeing like a bunch of like people posting TikToks about it and like, oh my god, everyone's gonna break up because like, and I'm like, well, what are you doing on Snapchat that you're worried about?
Yes, that's exactly. It should be, well, as you said, an open book. That should be true.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. Like who cares? What
And
do you
I
do?
think it's based on your right.
Yeah.
It's based on your contacts, right? Like I can download my contacts in there, and then whoever has my contact has a Snapchat. I then get suggested. So there's no chance of avoiding contacts in reality, right?
Exactly. If they have your number, you don't even have to have their number.
Right. If they have your number.
Yes, they will see you immediately when you sign up, and they could add
Oh
you
my God.
or whatever. Yeah, no, I mean, it's super invasive. I've had Snapchat forever, but you know,
God, I hate Snapchat. I deleted it many
Yeah.
years ago.
yeah. I mean, I really don't like the location thing. I won't get into it, but I don't like the location thing. But
Thank God I told you to turn yours off
I
years
know.
ago.
I'll never forget the one day you're like, just the way you said it. You know, I was like, oh, well, what about it? You're like, it was that GD location thing, and I told you to turn it off. I told you to turn it off, Ice. I told you a million times.
Exactly. That was another thing. Now this thing, you would think that everybody's default thing is going to
Yeah.
go to like, oh, okay, it's chicks looking after, oh, where's my boyfriend, where's my crush.
Yeah.
You got
Yeah.
wrapped up into a scandal from another dude, based on your location.
Absolutely bizarre. Absolutely bizarre thing. It was the last thing that I ever thought would happen with my friggin' location.
Exactly. That's what happens. You know who takes advantage of stuff? Psychotics.
Yeah.
People who are into this thing. They're like,
You know,
oh, what is
exactly.
that? Like, what would you think that?
I
wouldn't even think to check your somebody's
where are
location.
You? Oh, you're
Yeah.
not around. Where are you really? It's like
Yeah. Oh my
Man.
God! Are kidding me? It's unbelievable.
that was hilarious. I couldn't believe it. But yeah, you're right. Like yeah, people.
You weren't thinking anything.
Yeah, no, I
No.
wasn't thinking that at all. That's
Yeah.
it's inconsequential. So if I could make a recommendation,
Yes.
if you have psychotics following you on your Snapchat, turn off your location. That's
Not your location.
yeah,
Yes.
that's the best advice I could give you. But also know the Snapchat Plus isn't as bad as you think it is because one, it used to be an open book on Snapchat. Everyone could see your best friends. And number two, if you have something to hide, then just what are you doing? What are you doing on Snapchat?
Yeah.
Just delete it. Get rid of it.
Yeah.
That's-
Snapchat probably isn't the way to do it.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So you're gonna subscribe to this thing?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I'm definitely gonna look up like once it releases. I want to look more into it and see, what's actually going on with it. I think it'll be
Right.
pretty interesting to see the backlash and the fallout of people
Yes.
finding out, oh, I'm not your friend on here, or like, oh, I saw you walk over here this morning. What are you doing
Yeah,
over here?
exactly.
Yeah. So we'll have to see.
Nobody wanted MySpace. MySpace, the way I look back at it, it was people. It was just literal nonsense. Nothing was serious. You didn't have 80-year-olds sharing minions. It was you
Oh my
could
God.
you
Yeah.
could put your music on there. It was secure. There was no location. There was no check-in. And everybody's like, "No, I don't want this." And now you're owned. You're owned by the system. Jimmy Buffett got you.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Absolutely.
Jimmy Buffett of the tech world, spot your soul. All these things are free because you pay with your soul. I'm sorry to say it.
Wow. A scathing remark by Dixon. I love
Everything. You go on that P Hub. That's the reason why it's free because you pay with your soul.
Wow. That is true. P Hub is that's a bad way to go, folks. I just got to say. You're gonna rot your mind. You're gonna rot your mind. There's a lot better real things out there. Just try it. Just do your best, okay?
Yeah, do your best. That's yes.
You could get a girl or a guy. Get a guy too if you want to.
Whatever you're
Whoever.
into.
Yeah, whoever you want. You could do it.
Yep.
You could do it.
Mm-hmm.
But first thing you got to do is stop rotting your brain. with
Yes.
P-Hub and Margaritaville and living a life that you can't live and Snapchat. Okay, that's what you got to do.
Eliminate those things, and you'll finally be on to something. That's
Yeah.
exactly what it is.
Exactly.
It's so funny because like remember they used to tell you like, oh, don't sit too close to the TV, and now literally you're immersed in a phone screen just for hours on end, just 5 inches away from your face.
Just blue light, absolutely radiating your corneas nonstop every single day. That's all. Yeah. Sit away from the TV. Oh, okay, but this phone screen is okay, like 2 inches from my eyeballs.
Yeah, and leave it next to your brain while it charges at night.
It's
all
yeah.
fine.
Yeah, that too. It's literally picking up like 5G and Wi-Fi, and all these radio waves are friggin' going into it nonstop. But yeah, you just leave it under your dome while you're sleeping.
Yeah. Unbelievable, man.
Oh, man.
Finally, we're asking the right questions, and it's never been done before.
Never, not once on a music show. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, exactly. So you get the best of both worlds.
I love it. I absolutely love this show. I gotta say.
We really were on fire today.
Yeah, I loved it. I'm excited for the next episode.
Exactly.
I'm looking forward to bring the music side to it. My
Absolutely.
record review of your custom playlist of Jimmy Buffett songs, and I'm excited for your rant because you always bring in good rants.
I think so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
Well, this was a pretty good rant today. This is really really eye opening because you have no idea how bad things are until you look at it, especially namely Snapchat.
Oh, for sure. And that
Why can't you just text somebody? Go ahead.
I know. I don't know. I will argue that Snapchat. I mean, I get it's kind of cool just because it somehow feels not as weighty as like sending an SMS like picture message kind of, you know what I mean?
I'm with you. I get you.
It's just like, oh, I'm going to shoot this off to like 5 people. Like, oh, I saw something cool. Like, oh, there's a bear outside or something like that. I'm going to take a picture. And then you send it to like a bunch of people and then it's gone. And then that's it.
It's over. Yeah, it's done.
Yeah. But it's also a good way, Dixon, and I know you've done this before, and I know I've done it before. No. You know, back when you're single and you have some girls in your Snapchat, and you want to start the conversation rather than just going and texting them like a normal person and saying like, "Hey, what's up?" You just send them a Snapchat, and then you get a conversation going like that. It is way easier to do it like that, I would say.
Yeah, it is. Definitely a better icebreaker. I could see that 100%.
Yeah, for sure. But
and have you seen too now? Like, I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say. I mean, like, but honestly, though, social media is poisoning our brains, like, slowly. I don't know. There's pros and cons to it. I would argue there's more cons to it. But sorry, what were we gonna say?
I was saying I saw on TikTok now. By the way, they're talking about banning TikTok again. Trump was right yet again. Sorry, big surprise. Big surprise, everybody.
Never saw it.
I see like, exactly. I had no idea, no clues would ever come to this. I love everybody's like, oh yeah. It's a good idea. We should. Like, it just doesn't. All that matters is who says it and when they say it.
No, you're right. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
But on TikTok, I've been seeing TikToks where, sometimes they'll show a text exchange. Well, instead of the text exchange, it's now this voice memo thing. Like, you text a voice memo. So there'll be these chains or these videos of voice memos back and forth instead of texting.
I can't stand those. I hate that robot voice so much.
I don't think I've ever sent a voice memo in my life.
Wait, are you? Well, hold on. Are you saying that? What? Are you saying that the TikTok is reading the message, or they're actually sending voice memos to each other?
The TikTok is showing you that they are sending voice memos to each other. Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
I apologize. Yeah. I thought you were talking about that robot girl voiceover that everyone does. That I hate. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
sorry.
does that.
Yeah, but no, I don't. I never send voice memos. I don't know.
Lord knows what the Chinese have gained access to by living in this house with my girlfriend, because she is on that thing about 16 hours a day.
Oh my God, that's not good. That's not
constant
good.
Constant scrolling, and it's these songs, and then her grandfather died, and look at this, the kid wants a cake. It's like I've never seen anything like it in my life.
I think the Chinese have found a way to maximize engagement, because you're getting your brain is getting hit with like little like 5-10 second clips, and you're getting dopamine, boom boom boom, and it's all algorithmically suited towards you what you want to see.
Right.
The algorithm is insane on TikTok, and and Instagram and things
Yes.
like that. But anyway, you're scrolling through it, so
Yeah.
you're getting hit with all the dopamine. But they're also like you said, it's the perfect way to track someone and see what they like and
Right.
get all their information because you're on it 24/7. You don't put it down.
Right. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. And it's totally ruined the attention span of
Yes.
generations of people. Nobody reads anymore. And the other thing is too is you know who brought this up? Kanye West, about how the Tinder and the swiping and the scroll,
Yeah. There you. Yep.
it all feeds into a psychological thing that it's just like, okay, with the scroll, it's then, like you said, dopamine.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he's Kanye once again right. Never saw that coming.
Mm-hmm.
See?
Yep,
Wow.
never saw it coming.
What is
Yep,
what a surprise? See?
absolutely.
I'm telling you. It's
Wow.
he's right though. But yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. It is you do get sucked into it because it has happened to me. I remember I had TikTok for a little bit and I got rid of it because I was on it
Yeah.
constantly. Like at night I'd just be sitting there like an hour or two would go by and I'm like, what am I getting out of it? What am I gaining? I'm not learning anything. I'm not
Right.
retaining anything. I'm just watching clips and oh, that's funny, and then it just goes to the next one.
Right. Exactly.
There's nothing
And
there. But yeah,
and you keep searching. You keep searching for the next one. Here we
yeah,
are.
exactly. So I don't know.
Amazing. Well,
China's got us by the balls. That's all I'm saying.
yep, they do. China and Jimmy Buffett, enemy number
Both of
one
them.
and two.
Yeah, that's right.
Amazing.
Well,
Wow.
yeah, that was
Thanks for sharing.
yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm excited for the next show. I'll be bringing my review and
I'm
thanks
excited.
thanks for everything on this one. And I guess we will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Peace.